Welcome back all you Nailman followers for another review. This time looking at Capcom's Resident Evil 3 remake on PS4, Xbox One and PC. As you've been set in the perfect place for a summer vacation, let's find out. Resident Evil 3 is the latest remake of the classic Resident Evil series from Capcom. We find ourselves controlling Jill Valentine, disgraced S.T.A.R.S member after the events of the first game were played off as a hoax by Chief Irons. Jill finds herself caught in the downfall of Raccoon City as the T-virus spreads and she must escape. However, Umbrella aren't making it easy and release a relentless pursuer to take Jill out, the one and only Nemesis. For those who played the original Resident Evil 3 Nemesis back in 1999, don't expect to know every beat of the story. Capcom have cleverly made changes to the storyline to keep it fresh, playing with character expectations and adding in extra plot elements, which in my opinion create a stronger third act to the game over the original. There are modifications to locations and enemies that will divide the fan community. However, overall, the story packs a wallop and leaves you on the edge of your seat. It also creates very clever ties with its predecessor, Resident Evil 2, which takes place during Resident Evil 3's timeline. Whether you're a newcomer to Resident Evil 3 or a returning fan, the story has something new for everyone, for better or worse. Once again utilising Capcom's in-house RE engine, which stands for Reach for the Moon and not Resident Evil as some might think, Resident Evil 3 is a stunning game. Environments are highly detailed, with a wide variety of information to pick up on. One of my favourite parts is looking at all the movie, game and restaurant posters pasted around the city and inside buildings. You might recognise assets from 2 or 7, however the majority of environments are fresh and new and create the feeling of a once bustling metropolis now reduced to a city that really is crumbling around you. The character models, as you can see from the clips, are highly detailed with fantastic animations and facial expressions. As the story progresses, the character models show dirt, grime and damage they've taken throughout the story, adding that extra layer of realism. The stars of the show, however, are the BOWs themselves. That's bioorganic weapons for those not in the know. The game provides a wide array of mutated monsters to contend with, whose visceral appearance and noises really help up the fear factor. The bullet effect is back, with their shambling corpses and monstrous mandibles showing visible damage, with chunks flying all over the shop as you pump them full of lead. Those who played the Resident Evil 2 remake will find the control system very similar, with a few additional moves. Jill being a highly trained combat veteran, she moves a little faster and she also has a use of a dodge mechanic. The dodge mechanic existed in the original Resident Evil 3 but was tricky to pull off as it was linked to aiming. In Remake, the dodge mechanic has its own button, but it still takes practice and finesse to pull off. If you time it just right, you get a perfect dodge, which slows down time, allowing you to aim and get a few precise shots off. The dodge mechanic becomes particularly useful in boss fights, as well as the unlockable Inferno difficulty, where one hit can mean death. So is this remake, or rather reimagining, worth it? As a long-standing fan of Resident Evil, I would say yes. It takes many elements from OG Resident Evil 3, and improves upon them. Like the last third of the game now feels like it has purpose, rather than accidentally finding your way out. Some fans are bound to be disappointed with story changes they've made, and some cuts to locations and enemies. But the new additions more than make up for that in my opinion. Its biggest selling point is replayability. This game has so much content it keeps you coming back for more. There's a Hall of Records that rewards you points, which can be used to unlock special items in game. There are not 3, not 4, but 5 difficulty levels, and they all have their own personal challenges, such as shifted enemy placement and items, and one-hit kill bosses. At the time of recording, I've completed the game 5 times, and I know I have at least another 3 playthroughs, at least. If that wasn't enough, you have Project Resistance bundled in, which replaces the OG game's Mercenaries mode. In Resistance, 4 survivors fight their way through a mastermind's BOW assault course. This game has hours of online fun packed into it, and has shown great support by Capcom already, with Jill Valentine herself being added as a playable character later this month. So that was Resident Evil 3 Remake. Now you may have seen some reviews which are really negative. I just think they're overly picky. Is the game perfect? No, but it was never going to be. What it is a love song, and it's an action-packed, horrific adventure through the remains of Raccoon City. It's a fresh spin on an old story, and it's got oodles of replayability. What more could you ask for? As a Resident Evil fan, I'm extremely impressed, and I highly recommend the game to anyone. But thank you so much for watching the review. If you want to catch our old reviews, you can find them in the sidebar, and if you want to keep in touch, you'll find out how in the next screen. Until next time, stay safe and wash your joy pads.